Hi guys, it's reaction time. Going to do the second Extreme song today. Already done the first two singles, Rise and Banshee. This one's called Rebel. They need no introduction, do they? Extreme. Really, well-known band. A lot of people really happy to see them back. And I am as well. This is the third single. This is called Rebel. Here we go.
You rage without a cause, fools on parade, bearing no cross. Bury the truth, repeat the lie. Mob is the rule, fueling the fire. Hey, you got something to say? You're talking to me as you're walking away. Hey, you got something to say? You're talking to me as you're walking away.
Give it a quick stop there, guys. Always do halfway through. It's all right. I quite like the busy riff. I do like the busy riff. That's quite cool. Again, they said there's going to be a lot of different stuff on this album. I think the three singles, not all, they're not the same exactly, but I've got that same real sort of modern rock feeling to me. And I mentioned this on the last one, that when it comes to rock, it's not an easy genre to stand out. Sometimes the energy is not there, and I sort of feel this is probably one of the most energetic riffs they've had. The feel of this song is more energetic, I think, than the first two songs. It's a real busy riff by Nuno Bettencourt. I love his little, he didn't really do much of this on the other two songs. I love his little bit of lead playing in there before it goes back into the verse as well. That's quite cool. I want to hear him play more lead playing during the song. That was one of the most things that energized the band back in the day. I'm not too keen on the chorus again. No, I don't. And again, for people watching this channel for the first time, because with songs like this, bands like this, people will click on and watch this video even though they're not subscribers and never watched my channel before. For those people that it's a first time watch, please don't think I have a go at bands. I don't. I hate being negative, and especially towards bands that are unknown and want to make it in the business and are struggling and all that. Extreme are really well known, so what I say don't fucking matter whatsoever, does it? And it's not like I hate the three songs. I like bits of the three songs. I don't like the na-na-na bit on this. And I probably wouldn't like a na-na-na bit from any fucking band. I think they're better than that. And I'm not saying, it's almost like it is a bit of a play. It's meant to be fun, I know that. I'm not a fucking miserable bastard, by the way, who doesn't like fun. But I just think it's, the problem with the first three songs is, and this is all together, all three of them, is that they sound like it could be done by a lot of bands. They don't sound like Extreme standing out in the world of rock music like they did. You know, they almost sound very generic and straightforward, apart from the guitar solos. You know, I mean, the backing vocals are great. The riffs are great. Some of them are really cool, but I have, you know, every one of the riffs in each of the songs, although they're great, and I know that you can't, you know, it's not easy to make riffs up that sound so original and fresh. It's not. I know that as well. I'm not having a go, but I feel like, you know, I've heard them sort of riffs a lot, you know, and I think a lot of bands could, you know, just started out, could write riffs like this. When I hear Extreme, I want to hear them. When I heard Porno Graffiti for the first time when I was younger, it was a mind blower. You know, it was like, fucking, I've never heard anything like this before. I think even if I heard this back then, it wouldn't have sounded any way more original than Porno Graffiti did. I just don't want, I hope there is a lot more different stuff on the album. So, you know, and I'm sure there is. But for the 3 singles so far, I'm not that blown away. I like them all, but I don't love them. And when it comes to a great band like Extreme, that's what you want to do. You want to love them. They're okay. That's all I can say. I'm in trouble again, probably. But honestly, guys, if you haven't watched this channel before, I'm not like that. I don't have a go at bands for no reason. I really don't. So here we go for the rest, guys. Hoping I can hear another great solo. I'm sure I will. Can I just say that the solos from Nuno Bettencourt so far have been amazing across well, both the first 2 singles. Hopefully a third one to come. Here we go.
Instigator, agitator, rabble, rouser, troublemaker.
Fuck me, yeah. Fucking cat. Solo. It's been, the solos on each of these has blown my mind, and that one might even be my favourite. I love the part where Gary Cherone was just at the beginning of the solo was just mimicking the guitar by Nuno Bettencourt. Very cool indeed. And I've got to say, I haven't actually mentioned this in the other 3 songs, but I don't think I have mentioned Gary Cherone. But I've got to say, he does sound fucking good. He sounds as good as he did. He doesn't sound any different for a start than he did way back when. I've just never been the biggest Gary Cherone vocal fan. I like his voice, but I've never been like, you know, he's not when you talk about your best vocalist, I've never thought Gary Cherone was the best vocalist. I've always felt that Nuno Bettencourt was the standout musician in this band, although the rhythm section is tight as fuck, by the way, across all 3 songs. The bass and drums just sound amazing. But I think Nuno Bettencourt is just an amazing player. I mean, it's almost, although I love, when we talk about, because there is a link there between Van Halen, obviously. I mean, it's a bit weird, isn't it? With like, when you talk about Eddie Van Halen, you know, he was the standout, really, wasn't he? Although Michael Anthony's backing vocals were great, and you know, the drumming was great in Van Halen, it was Eddie Van Halen. I don't often say that, the guitarist being the main focal point. I know the band was called Van Halen, so Eddie Van Halen was, you know, and you had Alex as well, but he was the standout for that band, you know. And Dave Lee Roth was fucking great, and I love Dave Lee Roth, but obviously, again, not the best vocal in the world. Van Halen are very similar to Extreme in that way, where the guitar player is the focal point, and I'm not usually like that. And I think in this album, when this album comes out, that will be my, you know, I'll be concentrating on some of that guitar work. I think that is the thing that's going to blow my mind on this album. Although Gary Cherone, like I said, he sounds as good as he ever did. He's just, I think his tone isn't my favourite tone of vocalist in the world, you know. There's so many vocalists out there, there's so much to choose from, but 3 pretty good songs, I think. I don't think, for me, they're going to hit any of my lists at top of the, you know, if I had a best guitarist of the year, maybe that might, but I don't do that. Maybe if I did that, Extreme sound like they could be top of the year for that. But guys, what do you think of that? That's the 3rd single. That's called Rebel. Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you soon.